Cool. So let's say you
Like
got
harvested some basil.
Adam
Is what
is
I'm saying.
really
my
interested in
best friend.
that.
Sorry.
Adam seems really interested in that.
Th- Things
Of course.
people do when they have finances sorted. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can always become a Buddha once you've become a millionaire. You can
Is
never
has
meet
a
your
huge
Buddha.
screen up. So
I've never seen someone who is jobless, running paycheck to paycheck, saying that I love gardening so much. And I'm making videos.
Never.
Just not heard.
but we're gonna use him as in this example instead
Okay.
of me because I would not like that thing at all. But if you saw some amazing basil planting video, maybe some sort of time lapse, right? And you sent that to my buddy Hondro. That is an interesting moment because you discovered something that someone made something creative, something beautiful, something interesting. And then you shared it with a friend. In this hypothetical world, you and Hondro are also buds.
Of course.
And then he's psyched to get it. And then you might actually have a conversation about gardening, basil, whatever you like. But then he came back to Instagram and then he actually probably checked out some more things. And then maybe he saw an amazing, soccer highlight. And then he sent that to me. And that's the flywheel. Where yes, you are discovering something, it's consumption, it's somewhat passive to see a video, but then you send it to a friend, you start a conversation, then that helps them discover more things themselves and they send it to someone else and that starts another conversation. And that's why short form video for us is so symbiotic.
Just want to add a point of view here, from a growth perspective, and I'm 100% sure Ridhiman might resonate with this. That generally, how principally I think about all the content specifically is, at the core, at the core, I'm creating content for free. Then I have to first ask what is the core KPI of the product manager or the product designer who is running that particular thing, who has given it to me for free. And obviously, if you put very basic first principles, everyone will tell you that, hey, they want people to create more content, from the creator's side, which is consistency and volume. On the number two side, they want people to spend more time on their app, which is retention. Now, if you again boil it down, what will be the metric looking like? That, okay, if 100 content are able to get 70% retention, then the overall app retention will go high, which technically means that Instagram number one will obviously prioritize content which is getting more attention and stuff was paid. But there is something that people generally forget. For every business to grow, there is something called network effect, and network effect has to kick in. It could be as simple as this: for this podcast or for whatever the video is this, for this to grow, network effect has to kick in, which is not views, which is shares. If people like it, people just send it to their WhatsApp communities, marketing community, and say that, hey, there are three bunch of great nerd guys talking about certain content. Network effect kicks in, and
Right.
hence for this fact, they will always try to optimize the shares more than any other metric because it's in their best interest to kick in the network effect. Uspe. Now the basic thing that comes into place is, can I, as a content creator or a content producer, find what is that emotion which generates a network effect? In my experience, I have honestly learned after doing a lot of experiments that there is a certain emotion that if you trigger, you will generate network effect. And there's not a blanket emotion that I can say, okay, do this, you will generate this, or Ridhiman will say, do this, you will generate this. Uspe. To that extent, I have done some tweaks. Like, if you use a certain joke in a certain vernacular tone, it gets a lot of share. You use the same joke in English tone, it doesn't get a lot